Some of the best minds in the world bringing you some of the best knowledge on TRS Clips. We need to speak about two people in particular. The first is Hitler and this whole Aryan theory, where it originates from. Because again, the Indian context is, didn't he have sort of a tiny pact with Subhash Chandra Bose as well? Then that's against the Aryan theory, that they were racist. Again, I'm not defending the Aryan theory or racism. I condemn it as much as you do. An offended viewer I'm speaking to. But I want to dig a little bit deeper. Is this propaganda? Do you think the Aryan theory was an actual thing? Why did they use an Indian swastika to represent this? What's your take on this whole racism angle?
So if you want to come to power as a nationalist, you have to create a mythology around yourself. A mythology around yourself and your people. You have to convince the people that you are superior. You have been wronged and I am the guy who will right the wrongs. That's how you come to power. So that's the classic strategy that Hitler used. So he needed a big symbol for his political orientation, for his ideology and all that. So he chose the Hakenkreuz, which is the hooked cross. The German word for that symbol is the Hakenkreuz, the hooked cross. It is not the Indian swastika. It is not the sacred swastika. It is only after the war that the British and the Americans attached the Sanskrit word swastika to the Hakenkreuz. In Europe, across the world, the swastika has always been a symbol of positivity. It's a very ancient symbol. The French called it the Gamadian. The British called it the Fiflot. The Germans called it the Hakenkreuz, and so on and so forth. There were lots of local names for this symbol. It is an ancient Indo-European symbol. And even in Africa, you find it. Even in the Americas, the Native American traditions, you find the swastika. Even in Japan.
What does it represent?
It represents auspiciousness. It's a symbol of auspiciousness and positivity. It's a holy, sacred symbol. You see the swastika anywhere in India, it's a good thing, right? And similarly in Japan, if you go to Japan today, if you go to Google Maps and you search for Shinto temples or Buddhist temples on the map in Japan, they will be marked with swastikas, even today. You go to Mongolia, the swastika is an extremely holy symbol. Go to China, it always was, before the communist era, a holy symbol. All across Southeast Asia, all across the world. The Germans, not the Germans, the Nazis under Hitler took that symbol, which they called the Hakenkreuz, the twisted reverse hooked cross, and they started using it as their party symbol, the Nazi party. The National Socialist Party, their symbol became that black, twisted, ulta swastika on a red background. So that is the thing. Now they also took another, they hijacked another Sanskrit term, the Arya term. So Arya in Indian culture means a noble person, a person with good qualities, a civilized person. The Iranians, who are offshoots of ancient Indians, they made it an ethnic term. They said, we are the Arya people, we are the Aryans. And the Indians and Iranians, if any ethnic group can call themselves the Arya people, it is the Indians and the Iranians, nobody else. But this guy Hitler, he said that we are the true Aryans. The Aryan invasion myth comes into this fake thing that everything came from Europe, right? So he said that the whiter you are, the more Aryan you are. And we Germans are the supreme master race. We are the true Aryans, us and the Nordic people. That's it. So he created this mythology that he fed the German people, that we are the master race, we are the superior race. We should be ruling the world. We have been wronged in the past. And I am the man who will take Germany out of all this and we will be supreme again. So that was the mythology he created. And that's the whole Aryan controversy. Today, if you go to the West, you cannot even speak the word Aryan because it means Nazi. And you cannot display a swastika even though it's a symbol of auspiciousness because it only has one connotation, the wrong connotation.
It's become a symbol of white supremacy also.
All of that. Because people who still worship Hitler, they'll have Nazi, the Hakenkreuz tattooed. You see lots of people in Ukraine with those tattoos today.
Really?
Absolutely.
And it's for the same reason?
That is white supremacy.
Okay.
They believe in Nazism. Ukraine is being currently denazified by Shri Putin. So the Western audience may not like to hear that, but that's what's happening. So there is a very strong Nazi element in Ukraine, which dates back to the 1930s and 1940s. Which is the period we're talking about.
And this is based on geographical expansion of the Nazi party?
It is because the Ukrainians in Western Ukraine identified with white supremacy, identified with the Nazi ideology. They unleashed horrific pogroms on the gypsies, especially on the Jews. There were horrific atrocities in Ukraine. Stefan Bandera that we spoke about in the past, he was one of the great heroes of that time. Ukrainian Nazi leaning nationalist. So there's a whole deep, dark history over there.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out the entire episode and also check out this playlist that we've curated just for you.